We're in Jonesboro, Arkansas, and this is the Sun Belt Conference on ESPN+. It's the Akron Zips making their way down to take on the Arkansas State Red Wolves. Johnson, open three. That's good. The first bucket of the 24-25 season, Josiah Harris, the transfer from West Virginia, and they dipped into that pool quite a bit.
And that's not a fluke, even though he's listed where 6'7", 6'8". He was West Virginia's third in three-point makes last year for West Virginia. He can shoot it even at that size.
Darian Ford with the first bucket for Arkansas State. Nice drive. Shot wouldn't fall. Rebound pulled down by Lyles. Great Euro step and the finish on the other end there from Nate Johnson. Last 4 years, Coach Gross, 85 and 39. Of course, so much history with him. 5 on the shot clock here for Arkansas State. Step back three, it's good from the corner. Guess who? Darian Ford. Harris drives and a corner three. Good, great ball movement. And then Sharon Young finishes it off. Julian on the drive. Many does look good this year. Put back right there. And that's from Rashad Marshall, his first bucket as a Red Wolf. You mentioned the absence of Nelson, and that's going to be a big absence until hopefully he can come back soon. Julian, yes! His first bucket as an Arkansas State Red Wolf. Wilson, and they get a bucket there, and we're back even at 10. Here's Julian. Up off the window, counted, and the foul for Kobe Julian. So many weapons on this Arkansas State team, and that time Todd just lost the handle. Here's Gray, and he puts it down with a right-handed hammer. Back even now at 12. Johnson pulls up. That's short. That's DeAndre Dominguez, who just checked in with the contest that time. Justin Johnson, he's a freshman, and he's got his first two.
The staff thinks very highly of him, and you can see why.
Avery Felts in the ballgame. What a pass ahead! Josh Hill with a two-handed hammer. Terrence Ford Jr., he has the keys to the car this year. An errant pass, but he gets it back. That might have been a foul, but he's still got it to go. Ford to get the space. Baseline, and a bank is open. We set things up for, that was a dangerous pass. Harris got it though. Johnson drives, corner three, good. Corner pocket good that time.
Outside of turnovers, a little bit of that, too many of that from both teams. Other than that, a real clean game. He went in the lane off 2 feet and dunked it with both hands.
What a drive that time.
Very explosive for his height.
Ford just couldn't finish it off. You got to be something special at 5'11", and there, third time's the charm. The three from Bowen Hardman.
I think there's a 9 on the roster, 9 guys from the state of Cincinnati.
Julian with a reverse underneath.
Akron really challenging Arkansas State's transition defense.
Conquo saves it right to Justin Johnson. Okonkwo posted up down low, that right-handed hook shot off the mark. He's an athlete, started his career at West Virginia, last year at UNC. Here's Darian Ford to the bucket. Terrence Ford Jr. back healthy this year, back on the floor for Arkansas State. He'll take that three. That's too strong. The team's still struggling from deep. Second chance here. He'll take it again. That time all net.
Yeah, there was one possession where Akron got 3 shots off, so of those rebounds, take that possession out, they're really leading the rebounding numbers.
They're playing without Isaiah Nelson, who averaged 8 rebounds a game last year, and there's a three from Joseph Pinion.
They rarely shoot the ball off just a pass and shot. They spend a lot of time on the extra pass, and then the next pass to the shooter.
Oh, that's a pretty shot. Pinion with his second made three. Darian Ford underneath, he gets it to go. You got to get it in. Wilson. Oh, that's a big bucket for Akron. Kobe Julian to trigger.
You see there with Akron taking away the vision, really all over the inbounder.
Julian, welcome to Jonesboro.
Oh, what a finish. They lost it. Julian is the inbounder. One of the things you always got to be careful of is you turn your head and you lose the inbounder. He inbounds it, they turn the head losing, and he's able to cut in for the wide open layup.
Arkansas State, it's a blackout here in Jonesboro. They lead by 10 at the half. Birthday boy Johnson gives it up for Gray here. Oh, good feed. And the finish underneath from Nate Johnson. So Gray with his fifth assist, or excuse me, his first assist. He has 4 rebounds. There's Kobe Julian. He's got 11. You can count it in the foul for the transfer from Louisiana. Here's Julian. Runs right into a brick wall. That's Josiah Harris. Johnson, open, knocks it down. Gray leads the break for Akron. Harris for 3, high arching. And I tell you what, he had to adjust his shot because of the defense, but he still knocked it down.
Usually your best three-point shooters aren't the great they're on the perimeter too much to be offensive rebounding. Interesting to see that he's very talented at both.
Julian, come on. Splits 2 defenders.
Todd still at 0 points. Again, he was Arkansas State's returning leading scorer.
Johnson. Okonkwo, that's what he's good at. Dump it off for him. Shows that athleticism. Here comes Terrence Ford Jr. Extra pass in the corner.
There's the extra.
Julian to trigger it in. He's a guy I would look for here. Or just give it to Terrence Ford Jr. with a nice dump off to Hill. I'm just disappointed he didn't slam it that time.
Oh, it's 5 assists for Ford already.
And a nice floater goes on the other end that time by Shama Scott. The long freshman, Josh Hill for Julian. Julian, no, there's Hill, there's the slam. Avery Felts back in the ball game for Arkansas State. 3, no good that time. From Amani Lyles, offensive rebound though. Here's Young, left-handed layup is good. Sharon Young. He got back in the game. You got Seth Wilson. Here's Young. He'll take the 3 and knocks it down. It's a 2-point game. Akron has worked their way back. Trailed by 10 at halftime. Here's Johnson. He got it to go, and we are tied here in Jonesboro. Dribble drive. Oh, what a finish there by Justin Johnson, the freshman.
A lot of times in the Sun Belts and the MAC, your first game of the year is you might play a non-D1 or, somebody that doesn't draw fan interest. Making this challenge the opening game, every one of these teams has a league, in both these leagues, has a game of interest to open up with.
Julian spins. That's good defense by Okonkwo.
Really good defense, because again, that's his game, the spin, up and under, stepping through. Not going to go over you in most cases. He's trying to go around you. Great job of staying on you down defensively.
The freshman, what a move. The freshman, Young, again. Kenyon gives Arkansas State back the lead. Arkansas State by 1 with the ball. Final 7 minutes. Ooh. Open 3 from the corner. Kenyon goes from hog to Red Wolf, and he is on fire from 3. Terran Todd trying to get things going offensively. That'll work. Lead up to 6 now for Arkansas State.
Able to split the defender and finish with that left hand.
He is 1 for his first 7. Answer on the other end, no good that time from Shama Scott.
Now, how many threes have we seen from Akron off the baseline drive and kicking it opposite?
Todd lost the handle. Darian Ford. Excellent drive. Lead is 8. Timeout Akron.
Comes on the heels of back-to-back layups by Todd and Ford getting to the rim for Arkansas State.
8-point lead, and out of the timeout again, Akron gets a bucket. Ball deflected by Kenyon. Harris met at the rim. Oh, great defense that time. Julian, and a late whistle. Isaiah Gray back in as he splits the pair.
Oh, good pin there by Pinion.
And that'll be shooting now. 1-1, and he makes the first. Arkansas State has 9 threes, so he has 4 of those 9, and he makes both free throws. Veteran Gray, the transfer from Cornell. Pretty quiet offensively for him. Goes in, got the bucket. This is his time of the ball game, though. Julian. This is Darian Ford, who's got 11 points. Little shake and bake. And a bucket on top of it. Back to a 7-point lead. Gray pushing the issue. Gives it off, and a dunk with 2 hands for Okonkwo. What a dish by Gray.
What a dish is right. I thought he had the layup himself, turned it down. Turned down the good shot for the great shot.
Terrence Ford splits 2 defenders with the up and under. Final 3:04. 7-point lead for Arkansas State here at home. A drive. How many times out of a timeout has Akron had a bucket? Akron shooting 47% in the second half. That's opposed to 30% in the first half. Here's a 3 from the freshman Young off the back iron. He's their leading scorer with 13. Harris, the offensive rebound. 3 players are on the floor. Harris for 3. It's good. Ford, Julian at the horn. A little too strong. That would have brought the house down.
Yeah, another possession, back-to-back possessions where the ball never got inside the 3-point line.
Gray.
To draw the defense.
Young with a floater, and we are tied at 70. And he still has it switched off yet. Here's Darian Ford. Up and under. It's good. So Darian Ford with a bucket. He's got 15.
And that lineup by Coach Hodgson's able to really spread the defense again to get Ford a clear path to the rim for a layup. And he's so strong, he's going to finish it.
45 seconds to play. Everybody on their feet. Shot. Short, but it bounces through for Shamar Scott. Ties it up at 72.
There it goes again. He's right there. Missed him.
Ford banks it home. They may have to check it. The question is now, did he get it off in time? Ooh. He made it, but I think that ball is still in his hand when that red light comes on.
Again, Akron stays small, so Arkansas State stays small to match. You got to make sure you rebound if you're Arkansas State. You don't have the height, you don't have your rebounders in there.
Scott on the drive. No. Harris, rebound. No. No whistle. Not sure if there's going to be any time left, but it looks like we're headed to overtime. Isaiah Gray, he's done a little bit of everything. Lost the handle, though, there. Got a little bit too fancy with that dribble.
Big hands by Ford, though, to get the steal.
Ford, floater, Todd floater, it's good. These fans, most still on their feet. Johnson, a clear path, kick out. And that ball was deflected by Pinion on the 3 attempt. Shot clock at 3. Johnson, step back 3. It's good. Akron leads it by 1. Isolation here once again. Todd. Oh, Okonkwo way up there to get it, but it's a goaltending violation. 3 to shoot. Oh, it's way off the mark that time. Pressure by Scott. Offensive rebound, Pinion, and he puts it up and in.
Yeah, trying to get it in Terran Todd's hands. Let him create.
3 to shoot. Oh, great pass underneath, and the bucket's good by Marshall. Still life for Akron. They got to get a shot off, though. Lyles in and out, and Arkansas State hangs on at home for a massive win over Akron in the Sun Belt MAC Challenge, 80-75.